His Excellency Roar Hogsdal, the Norwegian ambassador to South Sudan, courtesy photo. June 2, 2025, Nairobi. His Excellency Roar Hogsdal, the Norwegian ambassador to South Sudan, said they agree with UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres' assessment that the South Sudan peace agreement is in shambles. During an exclusive interview with Radio Tamazij, the envoy said the parties urgently need dialogue to find a path forward for the peace agreement to be implemented. He contends that dialogue cannot happen when one partner to the agreement is in detention and that the developments in South Sudan amount to a political crisis which cannot be addressed by violence, but through dialogue. Hogsdal also says that for Norway to support South Sudan's elections, which have been postponed twice already, they need to see the country in the lead regarding preparations. Find below the edited excerpts. Q. How do you rate the bilateral relations between South Sudan and Norway? Norway has been a friend to the people of South Sudan for over 50 years, and of course, any friendship is built on honesty and trust. We are now at a time when it is necessary for us to clearly state that we are deeply concerned about the current developments in South Sudan. We, however, continue to focus on Norwegian priorities in South Sudan, which are supporting the implementation of the peace agreement and South Sudan's transformation into a democracy. Q. How do you assess the status of the implementation of the peace agreement in light of the current disagreements between some of the parties and the house arrest of First Vice President Dr. Riek Machar? The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said that the peace agreement is in shambles, and we agree with this assessment. The parties now need to turn to dialogue urgently aimed at finding the path forward for the peace agreement to be implemented. That dialogue cannot happen when one partner to the agreement is in detention. We cannot view the developments in South Sudan as normal. The current crisis is a political one and can only be addressed by dialogue, not by violence. Q. Anders Stiansen, the Norwegian Special Envoy for the Horn of Africa, recently visited Juba. What was the main agenda of his visit? And what did he discuss with President Salva Kiir and other officials? Did he see Dr. Machar? Mr. Stiansen came to engage South Sudanese leaders in a frank manner regarding the current political crisis. His message was that partners to the peace agreement should avoid unilateral actions. Dialogue is the only way. He also said that dialogue is what ends fighting, and we need de-escalation. The lack of access for us and others who have requested to see First Vice President Dr. Machar, who is a principal to the peace agreement, underlines the political nature of this crisis. We requested to see Dr. Machar, but it was not approved. Q. There have been a lot of discussions about South Sudan's elections scheduled for December 2026. What is Norway doing to help with this? From our side, we are quite clear. The elections must happen in 2026. This is the last time for an extension. Norway did not support the previous postponement of the elections. Some of you may recall that during the meeting of the Reconstituted Joint Monitoring and Evaluation Commission, RJMEC, Norway abstained together with the Troika. There are now fewer than 19 months until elections are due to be held. Election experts say that you need at least 18 months to prepare for elections. So time is of the essence. South Sudan needs to lead. And if the wheels are set in motion and real preparations for elections are conducted, it will serve as a strong signal to the international community. However, voter registration is a vital first step, and we need to see it. The transitional government needs to return to dialogue to make this a reality. And an end to the fighting and humanitarian suffering is essential. Q. Do you see any political will from South Sudanese leaders and politicians to hold elections? At the moment, we need South Sudan to take the lead here. We need to see political will, for example, starting with voter registration, making the necessary laws for the elections, and also making the decisions for the elections. So far, we have not seen that, and time is now of the essence. Q. Norway has been a longtime friend of the people and has generously supported. South Sudan. What areas of humanitarian assistance and development cooperation are you currently involved in?